Hello everyone and welcome back. Meat Department here. I'm so glad you could join me for another video today. So we are back in the laundromat and oh boy, the nuclear update event is awesome. Let me tell you that. Ooh, I got the ruby. Yes, I got it. We'll stick it in that machine right there. Oh boy, I love it when the video starts like that. So the nuclear update is just a few days old and I've been playing very hard because I have finally completed the nuclear journal. So as you see, my gorilla is running around right now. He's taking a little break, but there he is, taking a little sleeper. Look at him, he looks sick. He's got the little nuclear aura around him and oh, he is strong, let me tell you that. So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 major tips that are going to help you complete the nuclear journal as well. Hopefully we'll also show you what the nuclear event looks like when it spawns, and then I'll get into all the rewards and show you what you get for completing the journal. It is some awesome stuff. So let's jump right into it. I am in this server right now and we're at 9,070 out of 10,000. So we are close. We are close to completion on this one. It looks like just got to pick up some of the stuff and help shoot it off in there. So we got a few more locking down. Oh, this event is real cool. I think this is a permanent update. Actually, the nuclear event is just another event added to the game, like airdrops or spin the wheel, truckload, gem drops, and all that stuff that we currently have in the game. This is just another one to put the cherry on top and spice things up. So we're getting very close here. So while that ticks down and everyone collects some clothes, I'll go ahead and give you some tips before the nuke actually occurs. So tip number 1 is when this bar is almost complete, as you see, we're getting there right now. It's almost there. We still need 700 more, but like when that's at like 9,800, 9,900, you want to make sure that you have empty washing machines. Always make sure your washing machines are empty when that nuke event starts, because you're going to want to pick stuff up and make sure you have enough room for it. So usually I'll tie my stuff or maybe hold the loads even so I could do one of the last turn-ins and put it in to push it over the 10K mark. And that way, when I turn it in, I'll also have empty machines. So please, when that gets to 10,000, make sure that your machines are empty. Because the last thing you want to do is try to grab some of the stuff and not be able to actually do it. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2, as you'll see when everything occurs here momentarily, is the journal is so hard to complete. And I tell you, I played aggressively the last few days to do it. You want to always make sure to pick up the gems first. And I'm talking the rubies, sapphires, and emerald clothing. If those drop during the nuclear event, you want to make sure those are your priority over the gold and silver, because you're going to see lots of gold and silver clothes, a lot more than gems, and those 2 slots are going to be easier to fill up than the gems themselves. So definitely always go for the gems first. And I'm going to give you a tip when this event spawns. Oh, and there's an airdrop right now. Look at that. Always an airdrop when I'm recording these videos to throw me off track. So, oh boy, let's go out here. So something cool about the airdrop is this could even occur simultaneous to the nuke, and the plane will actually look different and the airdrop crates will look different as well. And everything in there will be nuclear. So speaking of gems, you'll want to go in there and get some gems as well. Ooh, they abandoned this one. Let's go. Let's click and get it. Oh, for some reason, was not, oh, wow, okay. It was not clicking for me. So you just saw firsthand, wasn't even planned. And that is the importance of making sure your washing machines are empty when one of the events do start. So we're getting close. It's 97, almost 9,800 out of 10,000. All right, so just enough time for tip number 3. And that is, if you're in a server and you're not close to filling out the nuclear bar, if you're not like at least 7,000 or so, I would just go back to the main menu of Laundry Simulator on Roblox and server hop. Scroll down the list, find a new server of 5, 6, 7 players. Keep joining until you find one that is at least over halfway. You know, the closer to 10,000, the better, obviously. So then you can get more chances, more opportunities. Instead of grinding through the whole server from 0 to 10,000, that could take a long time. You really want to fill out the journal. I would server hop. That's what I've been doing. And it definitely helps you have more opportunities to get the stuff that you want at the very least. So That is tip number 3. So it looks like we're almost there. So I could probably actually start taking my stuff out because I want to help push this over to the 10K mark. So we're going to be really close after that one. Ooh. Oh, we did it. We pushed it over and there it is. The nuke event is outside. So I don't need anything from my journal, so I'm not going to actually take anything from any of these players in the server. So be courteous to others, obviously. You know, you want to grind away and all that, but most of these players look like they don't have the event completed or they probably have the pet out. So look at this. This is sick when this happens. I love this so much. You see the bomb, this drops into the ground here and everything is out. So now look, you want to keep in mind, the very first guy that comes out is going to drop, look at that, 3 gems. There's always going to be a guy as soon as the event spawns. And look at this, I would have free reign on this stuff. I actually just might take one just because no one else is here taking it. So I'll do that right there, but that's all I'm going to take. Leave some for the rest of the gang. They need to follow the tips because their machines are all full. But there's always going to be a guy that comes out as soon as the bomb drops and they get out of the cars. One guy's going to have 3 gems in it. You want to make sure you're in here to pick up those gems because if you need them, you could take them. And of course, be courteous. If you don't need sapphires, don't take them. But you know what? People are lagging in this server, so I'm not going to just leave them forever. So yeah, make sure definitely nab up the gems. And then, like I said, see, there's a bunch of silver and golds along the way that spawn. And there'll be plenty of them. You could pick them up and fill up your washer. So I'm just going to pick up the regular stuff and fill up the rest of my washers. So there we go. We'll empty out those 2. Stick them in. And this one's done. We'll take that and look at that. So you'll see when I go to unload these, it's going to give me my regular gold bonus for my rebirths, but it's also going to give me ×2 gold for it being nuclear. So that's awesome. And this one's going to give quite a bit of gold because it's got actually the 1 sapphire I did take and the gold. Man, that stuff was sitting there forever. That's usually not the case, let me tell you. That stuff goes fast. So I can't wait to unload this stuff and see how much it is. I'm going to get some more regulars right here. I'll leave the shinies for these people. They probably need to fill out their journals. And since I took a sapphire, it's the least I can do is let them get all that. There we go. Oh, this person loves the game. Yeah, it is a good game. That's for sure. And man, this gorilla is really cool. I really like him. But what is with the plugs on their bottoms? Look at this. What is that? Little stitchy necks. Okay. So let's unload this one first just by itself and watch. It gives nuclear ×2. Ooh, that is a lot. So obviously if you want to get gold, you're going to want to get shinies and all that, but I'm going to just leave it for all these people in here this time around. And that's the nuclear event. It lasts a good amount of time. As you see, I think it's about 2 or 3 minutes long. So you're going to get several waves. And look, this whole time I've been talking, all the silver and golds, there's been a ton of silver and golds. I mean, it's unbelievable. So that's why I said just focus on the gems first. Gem is your priority, at least right when the event starts, for sure. And then go for the silver and golds. So that's the nuclear event. It is now over, and I want to show you some of the pets you can get, every single pet, what it is, as well as a special item you get when you unlock it. So first, let's go check out the journal. The journal is complete right here. I go into the circle and you see everything is complete. So now we have 2 journals full of stuff. That's awesome. So maybe this journal thing is going to catch on and continue to be part of the game's process of advancing. And if we go to the pet barn, we could take a look at the nuclear pets. Look at this little nuclear green. So starting from right here, look at the shiny exotic pets. First of all, the stats on it are 30 speed, 30 basket size, right? These are and were the best pets in the game. Shiny exotic, super hard to get. But now look, just a regular nuclear pet that you get for completing the journal is also 30 speed, 30 basket. So this is huge because pretty much every player has access to getting the best pet in the game now. So as long as you complete that nuclear journal, no matter how long it takes, you're going to get the best pet in the game as we speak. So let's show you all of them. There is the nuclear dolphin, the nuclear kangaroo, the nuclear gorilla, the nuclear lion, the nuclear giraffe, huge. the nuclear crocodile, and that is it. I love how each one has its own color aura around it. I happen to get the gorilla, and of course there's others. You may be wondering, how can we get the rest of them? Well, as far as I know, there aren't any other ways to unlock nuclear pets besides completing the journal. So that means you're gonna have to either wheel and deal in trades, and it's gonna cost a lot to get a nuclear pet, or you're gonna have to play other alternate accounts and go through the same grueling process to have another chance. So I'll pop up on the screen right here when I got mine. It was in a game a little bit earlier, and you know, it just so happens that during the nuclear event, an airdrop did spawn. So I was freaking out. I was like, oh no, which chest can I get? I just went up to one and started clicking away. Luckily, my washing machines were empty. I didn't even know what gem was in there, and it was the last one I needed, the emerald underpants. And I was excited about that. So I go run into the building and pop up the video, and there it is, the nuclear crate. It's green, it's glowing, it looks awesome. So, I was so excited, jumping up and down. I went and slammed my laundry into the washing machine, and then I went ahead and clicked open. But I noticed before I did that, the chat actually broadcasts that you complete your journal, so that's cool. So I clicked open, and look at this. They're all nuclear pets. You could get any one of them. Mine landed on the gorilla, and oh boy, was I excited, because I actually really like the gorilla. It's one of my favorites. The chat also broadcasts that I unboxed the nuclear gorilla. The whole thing is really cool. It's a really cool process. It really is. And here he is standing next to me right now with a little gold shirt in his basket. So he's ready to put that into a washer. All right, so the last thing I want to show you is the reward you get besides the pet for completing the journal. And it is really cool. This reward is probably one of my favorites that we have gotten so far in the game. So let me edit out the classic cars, and look, it's right here. The nuke machine. You actually get a limited time machine that looks just like the nuke that goes in the ground. I mean, this thing is cool. This is completely tradable as well. Oh, it's awesome. And if you'll notice the capacity, look, it holds 22 compared to the 11 that the regular limited time machines have. I've also tested it out, and it also outputs 4 times as much gold as the limited machines you start out with. So these are 55 times multiplier, which means this is probably about 220 times multiplier. Now the speed is also about twice as long. So basically one of these equals 4 limited time machines. So if you're rebirthing, you slap down one of these, you effectively have 4 limited time machines in one slot. Then you could have the 7 limiteds over there. So in theory, you have 11 machines total when you rebirth, which really helps. So you definitely want to dump all your shinies, gold, silver, gems into this one when you're starting out. So I'll show you the time. I'll go ahead and fill it up here. It does take 22. So instead of being 35 seconds like the limiteds are, it takes 80 seconds. So it is about twice as long, like I said. It is worth it. So I know this is a hard process. It's going to take a while for some of you to complete the nuclear journal, but it is well worth it because you're getting an awesome limited machine and an awesome strong pet for doing so. So definitely, I hope my tips helped you. Make sure your washers are empty before any event starts so that you could actually click stuff and fill it. Go for those gems. And you know what? If you're in a server and your nuclear bar is down low and you don't have much time, go to that list, server hop, find one that's 70-80% of the way through, 90%, and you'll be closer to your chance at more nuke event items. So that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this episode, seeing the nuclear journal filled out, receiving the tips, and me showing you all the pets, the items, and everything like that. It's a very cool event. I'm having a great time with this game. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If this is your first time watching a video on this series and you liked it, leave a comment below. Let me know how far you are in the game, how the nuclear event's going for you. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and smash that bell for notifications so you are made aware when the next episode comes out. But as always, until next time, stay positive, keep washing, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.